everyone! In this video I'm going to show you how to draw some shapes in Google Slides and then be able to edit those shapes. So the first thing you need to remember is if you are doing any kind of manipulation in Google Slides, you have to be in edit mode. We are currently right now in edit mode, but if I were to go up here and hit the present button, this is going to take me into presentation mode, and if I go and try to click on this screen, all it's going to do is advance me into the next slide, and I don't want to do that. So I need to get out of presentation mode, and there's two different ways to do that. If I hover at the bottom, it's going to bring the toolbar back up, and I can hit the exit button, or I can simply hit the escape button on my keyboard and it's going to take me back into edit mode. So now that I'm in edit mode, I want to draw some shapes, particularly a red pentagon and a blue octagon. Couple of ways this can be done. I'm going to come up to my toolbar and I'm going to hover right here. This is my shape tool. If I click on that, I have a couple of options. If I hover, they give me some things I can pick out here, but I want a plain old pentagon. So if I hover over shapes, a pentagon is a five-sided figure. So if I click on that regular pentagon, notice that my cursor had changed to a plus sign. And if I click anywhere on the screen, it's going to drop a regular pentagon onto my screen. Now I can take this pentagon and I can make some changes to this. Again, if I click off of it, everything disappears. If I click on it, I can resize it. So if I take any one of the four corners, it's going to resize it proportionally. So I can blow it up. It's still going to be the same regular pentagon, just bigger. I can make it smaller. I can stretch it from the top to the bottom. But no matter what I do to resize this, it's not really going to change the shape very much. What if I wanted an odd-shaped pentagon? Well, if I want to get rid of this thing, I can go and hit my undo button over and over again, or I can simply just click on the shape and hit the delete button and it'll make it disappear. So what if I want an odd-shaped pentagon? Well, there's another way I can do this. If I come up and hover over my line tool and go to the drop-down box, I want to go down to this thing that's called the Polyline. So if I click on that, notice that the shape changed, and now when I hover over it, it says Polyline. Also notice that my cursor is now a plus sign. So now I want to draw my own odd-shaped pentagon. So what I'm going to do anywhere on the screen is click, and I don't even need to keep it held down. Just click and then drag your mouse. Click again, there's one side of my pentagon. Move it another direction and click, there's side 2 of my pentagon. If I'm going to move it again, here's number 3, click, number 4, click, and then when I want it to connect, again, I want it to stay 5 sides, I need to go back to the beginning and click, and the minute I do that, it's going to put the shape on the screen for me. Now that I have an odd-shaped pentagon, I can pick it up, I can move it anywhere I want. I can change the color of this. I want it to be red. If I'm not clicked on it, I can't make any changes to it. When I click on it, I get a couple more things added to my toolbar up here. This first one is color fill. This is what's going to change the color to whatever color you want. I want it to be red, so it changed the entire shape if I click off. If you notice, this thing kind of has a little shadow behind it. Well, that's the border. If I click here, I can change the border color also to red. Or I can change the border color to blue, and I can make the border really thick if I want. I can take the border and make it transparent, meaning there's no border at all. I can take my border again. Let's make it blue. Let's bring the point value down a little bit. I can make this a transparent pentagon. Now what that means is, now if I pick this up and I move it over the words, I can see through my pentagon. I can still see the words behind it. So making it white and making it transparent are not necessarily the same thing. If I make it white, it's going to have a white background. Like if I put it on this square over here, it's going to be a white background. If I change it to white background and I move it up over the words, you're not going to be able to read the words anymore. So transparent is good when you want to see through the shape. But I want it to be red, and I want my pentagon to not have a border, so let's make the border transparent. And now I'm going to pick it up and move it over into my box. So I just made an odd-shaped pentagon. Let's make our octagon. So again, I can either go with the shape tool, and I can do a plain old regular octagon, or, let's get rid of that, I can go back up to my Polyline tool, click on it, make sure you have the plus sign, and then click, move your mouse, and we want an octagon, 8 lines. So there's 1, click, 2, click, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we want to go back to the beginning, and now I have an 8-sided shape. I could change the size of this so I can squish it. and I want to make it blue. So if I click on color fill, let's go to blue. Let's make the border transparent. Let's pick it up, move it into the box, and I now have an odd-shaped pentagon and an odd-shaped octagon. And that's how you can make your own shapes or use the built-in shape tool on Google Slides. I hope you found this video helpful. Have a great day.